Up for me, but you could take 5, 6, 7, 8 pages to file a motion, tens and thousands of dollars to file a motion.
You won't believe what happened to Teyana Taylor. The story you are about to hear is shocking, dramatic, and full of twists that few people ever saw coming. By the end of this story, you'll understand the full truth. From the hidden struggles she faced behind closed doors to the public fallout that shook fans, and even the secrets that were almost buried completely. This isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a story of resilience, betrayal, and the power of reclaiming your own narrative. So buckle up, because once you hear this, you'll see Teyana Taylor in a completely different light. Teyana Taylor wasn't just another face in the entertainment world. From a young age, she exuded presence, charisma, and an energy that demanded respect. Her talent went far beyond singing. She was a dancer, an actress, and a cultural icon in her own right. Every performance carried an intensity that made it impossible to look away. But behind that dazzling public image, Teyana was human, navigating pressures, expectations, and a world that often demanded perfection while allowing little room for mistakes. Fans see the polished, composed version of her. The interviews, music videos, red carpet appearances. They see a woman who seems untouchable, confident, and in control. But as recent events revealed, that image was only part of the story. What happened to Teyana Taylor reminded the world that even those who seem strong, even untouchable, are not immune to heartbreak, betrayal, or public humiliation. It all began quietly, almost imperceptibly. Small hints dropped online, subtle whispers among insiders, fleeting comments from those who knew her personally. The signs were there, but few paid attention. Then suddenly everything changed. A private video, never intended for public eyes, was leaked. In an instant, it went viral. Social media exploded. Fans, critics, and news outlets all weighed in. Memes circulated, hashtags trended, and the story dominated every platform. The reaction was immediate, intense, and unforgiving. Teyana's team worked frantically behind the scenes, trying to contain the damage, but in the digital age, information moves faster than any crisis plan. Within hours, every part of her life was under scrutiny. Friends, colleagues, family, no one escaped questions or speculation. And amid the chaos, Teyana herself had to navigate what felt like an emotional storm she could not control. Questions flooded in. Who was responsible for the leak? Was it a former lover, a jealous acquaintance, or a betrayal from someone she trusted deeply? Or was it simply the cruel reality of living in an era where privacy is fleeting and digital mistakes are permanent? The truth was more complex than anyone anticipated, and the ramifications would extend far beyond the initial shock. The public reaction compounded her pain. For someone like Teyana, whose career was built on talent, dedication, and hard work, suddenly being judged for personal moments was suffocating. People dissected her every move, every past comment, every professional decision under a microscope. Yet even amid the harshest criticism, some fans defended her fiercely, highlighting the ethical issues of leaking private content and questioning the morality of those who had shared it. Sources close to Teyana revealed the emotional toll was immense. She experienced embarrassment, anger, and profound betrayal. Private moments of tears and reflection unfolded behind closed doors, moments that contrasted sharply with the confident persona she projected publicly. For a woman who had spent years carefully managing her image, losing control so publicly was almost unbearable. Then came the shocking revelations. Individuals she considered allies were implicated in the leak. Friends, business associates, and even members of the entertainment industry she trusted had actively contributed to the situation, whether by sharing the video, spreading rumors, or fueling public curiosity. This added a layer of complexity that turned what might have been a single embarrassing incident into a tangled web of betrayal, manipulation, and human motives. Teyana's response, however, was measured and intentional. She didn't lash out irrationally, nor did she apologize for something that wasn't her fault. Instead, she navigated the situation strategically, crafting statements that reflected honesty, self-respect, and strength. She communicated publicly in a way that reaffirmed her control over her story, showing the world that vulnerability doesn't mean surrender. Yet control came at a cost. Teyana was forced to re-evaluate relationships, reassess professional partnerships, and confront aspects of her life she had previously overlooked. Trust became fragile, and individuals she once relied upon were now viewed with caution. Loyalty, she realized, was a precious and rare commodity in an industry built on competition, image, and influence. The ripple effects were undeniable. Career opportunities paused. Endorsements were scrutinized. Friendships strained under pressure. Social media amplified every nuance, dissecting even minor gestures or statements. But through it all, Teyana began rebuilding, slowly and deliberately. She leaned on her closest supporters, sought guidance from trusted advisors, and focused on what she could control: her talent, her artistry, and her resilience. The public remained fascinated. Every interview, social media post, and appearance was analyzed for hidden meaning. Some fans expressed sympathy, recognizing the unfairness of the situation. Others clung to speculation and assumptions, dissecting every detail for signs of drama. Amid it all, Teyana's composed demeanor and unwavering professionalism reminded the world that dignity can be maintained even under intense public scrutiny. The real shock, however, was still unfolding. Insider reports revealed that the scandal was far more intricate than anyone imagined. There were long-standing rivalries, jealousies, and hidden motives. What appeared to be a single leak was actually the culmination of years of tension, unresolved conflicts, and calculated maneuvers. Friends, colleagues, and industry figures all played roles, intentionally or not, in creating the narrative that now dominated headlines. Perhaps the most heartbreaking element was the exposure of her vulnerability. Even someone in the public eye has a right to privacy, to personal boundaries. Those rights were violated, leaving Teyana in a position she had rarely experienced: powerless and publicly scrutinized. Yet instead of breaking her, the experience became a catalyst for growth. She learned hard lessons about trust, self-protection, and resilience, ultimately emerging stronger, wiser, and more determined. Teyana's journey became a powerful example of resilience. Mistakes, betrayals, and public humiliation don't define a person's worth. It's the response, the way one rises after being knocked down, that truly defines character. Her story transformed from one of scandal to a narrative of empowerment, survival, and triumph. Relationships shifted, trust was reevaluated, and alliances changed. Careers were affected, reputations questioned, and public perception reshaped. Yet through every betrayal and setback, Teyana's commitment to her craft and integrity remained unwavering. Insider revelations later suggested ulterior motives behind the leak: jealousy, ambition, revenge. What had initially appeared to be a single unfortunate incident was, in reality, a web of calculated decisions and complex human behavior. Recognizing that betrayal could come from those closest to her added layers of pain and shock. As Teyana began speaking more openly, fans glimpsed the emotional toll the scandal had taken. She spoke about fear, vulnerability, and the struggle to maintain confidence under relentless scrutiny. Yet she also shared her determination, strength, and commitment to her artistry. The narrative shifted, from scandal to survival, humiliation to empowerment, betrayal to triumph. By this point, public perception had changed. Social media conversations began emphasizing resilience over ridicule. News outlets revisited the story with nuance. Teyana Taylor became more than a headline. She became a symbol of perseverance in the face of intense public scrutiny. Even when new revelations emerged, complicating the narrative further, Teyana remained composed. She didn't allow the scandal to define her. Instead, she used it as a tool to strengthen herself, clarify priorities, and focus on what mattered most. Her story stands as proof that reclaiming your narrative, even amid betrayal, humiliation, and public pressure, is the ultimate triumph. Teyana Taylor's journey is a lesson in strength, resilience, and the power of maintaining dignity under fire. It shows that even in a world obsessed with appearances, true power comes from how you respond when everything seems to fall apart. And that is why her story continues to inspire, shock, and captivate, long after the headlines fade.